Welcome to Stage 5 of the Tour de Argon. We are about to embark on our first flat stage from Lensko down towards Po. We are anticipating an exciting race today. Currently, EF Education Easy Post still leads the general classification by 7 seconds over UAE Team Emirates, and there are still several marbles in striking distance, and this is only Stage 5 in the Tour, so there's still much to be played for. Green Jersey, Sudal Quickstep currently leads that competition by 3. However, since this is a flat stage, they will be awarding maximum points on the finish line, 20 for this stage's winner, plus an intermediate sprint. So Sudal is going to have to do some work to maintain their green jersey. And finally, King of the Mountain jersey, held by Decathlon CMA CGM, but many of the normal competitors are close behind them. One categorized climb on this course, and it is the Category 3 Côte de Ballet. And we have an intermediate sprint in Vicom Bigorre. Anyway, it is time to start this race. They have to go through the randomizer as normal. And then the starting gate will be released and we will be underway. And we are underway! Peterello leads out of the starting gate, but is being challenged by Visma. And Visma, a great launch by them. The rest of the peloton goes through the streets of Lensko. Visma looked like got a bit disrupted by that kicker. Bahrain Victorious currently sitting second, but they get passed by Picnic and UAE. Total Energies also trying to put themselves up into the mix. Picnic trying to go on the inside of Visma Lisa Bike, but Visma taking the optimal line, not really allowing it. Now UAE trying to take the position in the second place, but Picnic doing a good job. Looking back at our yellow jersey, EF is a bit mired at the back, which is not great if UAE stays at the front, because there are time bonuses on the finish line, and if UAE gets one of those time bonuses, they could be in yellow next time around. Anyway, Visma falls back, UAE in the front, but Tudor, our Stage 1 winner, looking to make some ground, and Picnic as well. Picnic post NL to the lead of the race. But there are several others battling. It is chaos out here. Definitely battling within the peloton. I believe now Bahrain Victorious is fighting with, is that NSN? Yeah, crazy action on the start. NSN into the lead of the stage. EF still mired out in the back. That is not great for their hopes of maintaining the yellow jersey into tomorrow's mountain stage. Or not tomorrow, I never do it every day. Anyway, NSN is currently leading. Yeah, next stage will probably be in 2 to 4 days, depending on how long it takes. I might be getting a bit busier soon. So, just be on the lookout for Stage 6. But, back on the topic of Stage 5, UAE sits 4th, now they sit 3rd, now they sit 2nd, and they are going for the lead. And the yellow jersey. Intermediate sprint's not going to be too far away. We have 110 kilometers to go. We've done about 48 so far. So these marbles are going to be trying to position themselves well. And now we have, that's the polka dots of Decathlon battling. There's no real threat to their jersey so far, but of course they have the hopes of getting yellow as well. They currently sit 8th in GC. UAE begins to fall back once again. Actually, no, they don't. They got a good launch out of Peterello there. And they get ball rated. They might be going on towards Decathlon for the race lead. They go through these sort of hilly sectors. None of it is categorized yet, but it is still tiring for the marbles. EF's making their way through the field, and look at Lotto Intermarché just launching themselves up towards the lead. Lotto Intermarché is now just suddenly put themselves into the catbird seat. They've not had the best tour so far. Only a single green jersey point and 21st in GC to show for their efforts. Their lead, it's not unreasonable for the lead to either stretch out or come down. Astana, another competitor that has not quite lived up to expectations yet. Maybe we're seeing who the flat stage specialists kinda are. This will be a good opportunity for them to earn green jersey points. Maybe the top 3, they'll make that the focus of their competition. But all their plans could be thwarted by UAE's challenges at yellow. EF's kind of midfield. They've done a decent job of keeping themselves in contention, but they are going to need to make up a few more spots to avoid UAE taking that jersey. You can see now 15 kilometers until the intermediate sprint. NSN trying to battle for second, and they slow the pace of UAE there. NSN now trying to go for the lead. NSN's to first. NSN, I think they're positioned well for the sprint, and there's Alpecin putting themselves into contention. Alpecin had a good stage last time, got 3rd. They currently sit 8th in the green jersey, so that is probably a competition they're going to want to fight for. Anyway, NSN leading the sprint out towards Vicom Bigor. Lotto trying to go undercut them. They go under the white flag. NSN, I think they're barely going to get it on Lotto. Then Bahrain Victorious gets that last point. Lotto's, though, to the front. So they make their way towards the one Category 3 climb of this stage. So, confirming the results, top 5 are not different for the green jersey competition. Sudal Quickstep currently still leads it, but there's a good chance that whoever wins this stage will be donning the green jersey next time around. Lotto trying to extend a gap over Astana and NSN, and to an extent Decathlon. Decathlon's going to want to get back to the front in time for the Côte de Ballet so they can earn points, but that is not going to help. They had a bad bounce there. And now they are on to the Côte de Ballet, 1 kilometer, 8.8%, and this is going to hardly be a foothill for them. Astana takes 2, Lotto takes 1. So Decathlon guaranteed to wear polka dots another day. 20 kilometers to go now. As we approach the final sprint, Astana currently has the lead. And judging by the field further back, chances are whoever wins this final sprint will be in the green jersey. It's a somewhat technical run-in, but the final 6 kilometers or so are flat. So it will be a drag race. NSN now to the front. NSN had a terrible line there. All three of them have a bad line. Lotto trying to get to the front over Astana. Astana trying to draft on the back of Lotto. NSN trying to play their cards in the back, hoping for them to mess up. Lotto having a good lead out over NSN. 5 kilometers to go. Astana trying to go on the inside of Lotto. Astana's to the front. Astana got a bad line there. They're going side by side as they go under the Flamme Rouge. It looks like Lotto is barely going to win stage number 5 of the Tour de Argon. Incredible racing to end this stage off. Lotto Intermarché getting their first stage win of this Tour de Argon as we look towards the back of the field, confirming that everyone is going to finish within the time cut. Astana came oh so close, but they just could not get on the line. You look at the replay of the finish in 1/2 speed, you can just see how Lotto did a good job of maintaining the gap to Astana there. Astana had to try something with about like 4.5 kilometers to go. Took the alternate line and eventually got ahead of Lotto. But Astana, it looked like they had it, but Lotto just made a great move there to launch themselves ahead of Astana for the finish, which is why they ended up taking the stage win today. Anyway, for the yellow jersey, UAE lost some ground in that race. They only finished 2 positions ahead of EF. So EF is going to maintain the yellow jersey. Just about everyone who's in contention for yellow stayed near the back of the field today. The only notable things are that Lidl Trek and Decathlon are rising through the order, whereas Bora did not have a very good day from a GC standpoint. They have some work to do to recover from that last place result. Anyway, as alluded to, Lotto for winning that stage is our green jersey holder with 26 points. NSN and Astana, the other 2 contenders, as well as Sudal, Alpacin, and several others are still within striking distance. It is only stage 5. There are 16 more to go. So green jersey still up for grabs, but that will be worn by Lotto Intermarché next time. Finally, King of the Mountains. Not much at all has changed, except for a couple points lower in the order, so Decathlon will feel pretty good about their chances going into tomorrow's high mountain stage. That concludes today's coverage. We hope you enjoyed. We hope to see you next time, whatever that next time may be. Sorry if I keep saying it's going to be tomorrow. It is not going to be tomorrow, I promise. I hope to see you whenever that may be.